everyone. Hope all of you are having a fantastic day. We're back again with more Pathfinder content. Let's go ahead and get right back into it. Take you out. Who's supposed to replace you? Oh, Nanio, of course. There we go. So now we're going to head up to Chili Creek. Go ahead and revisit the folks over there, and then we'll head down to the lower middle of the map. Clear up the remaining places we haven't been to yet. Hopefully we can get a couple of more party member quests to trigger, so we can clear those out as well. And then we can head to the Ivory Sanctum. So I prefer to clear out everything before going to the Ivory Sanctum, because once you finish the Ivory Sanctum quest, it basically starts a countdown that I think it lasts about a month for you to do the next. I can't be your friend anymore. You got that? I don't even know how to be friends with people. It's not my thing. Nobody knows how to be friends at first. And then you find some friends and you learn. Want to try again? Yeah, it starts a countdown for you to do the very, very last quest of the act. I think the countdown is about a month. Oh crap. All right. You didn't find everything here, huh? Alchemical? Yeah, alchemical. Midnight morale. Okay. Yeah, you get a month, and then I think maybe and then you have a conversation, and then you have one more week, and then you basically have to do that quest. So I prefer to be able to just skip through directly to the month and not have to be worried about, oh, did I do everything?
Too late.
Oh snap! No. My bad. It's not a wolf that howls in the night. It's not a bittern that cries in the fen. The fishermen sway slowly from side to side as they sing a mournful dirge. A woman, her face red and swollen from weeping, lifts a small doll made of glass and seaweed above her head, and it ties it to a branch with a light blue ribbon. It's not the falling rain that blinds my sight. It's the grief of my broken, bleeding heart. What's happening here? Shush, be quiet. What's happening? What's happening is that Livonia's son died 2 days ago. Her eldest, of course. So we're here, commemorating the poor child. What does the doll mean? The doll represents the person who died. That's what it means. When someone dies, we hang a doll here in their memory. And this is the place where we mourn our dead. Others bury their dead in the ground or keep their ashes in urns. But our dead sleep at the bottom of the river. The river always claims her own, you know. Child or old man, it doesn't matter. Every one of us will drink of the icy water someday. See the white shores of the icy rill? That's not sand. It's the bones of our ancestors. And one day we'll join them. How did he die? You want to know how he died? She begged him not to get too close to the water. Told him so many times to stay on the shore. He's her firstborn, you know, but he didn't listen to his mama. He went swimming, got a leg cramp, and well, what more is there to say? You can't cheat the river. What's so special about firstborns? Too curious for your own good, eh? People are in mourning. They didn't come in to answer all your questions. They came here to grieve. Go on and leave us in peace. I see. The typical primitive superstitions of uneducated village folk. Oh, sure, you think you're so smart, don't you? Get out of here and let people board in peace. That was super evil. I have to go. The fishermen ignore you as they continue to sing their mournful dirge. That was super, super evil.
Anything new?
Let's speed this up.
Wherever my legs carry me.
The priest appears to be lost in thought. His face is troubled, but his eyes light up when he sees you. The villagers are performing some kind of ritual on the outskirts of the village. They were singing songs. Yes, I noticed, the priest nods gloomily, but at least I finally understand why the dolls are put in the trees. Each one represents a person who has died, their body lost to the waters of the river. If a doll is tied with a gray ribbon, the person died on land and their remains were sent downstream in a boat. Dark blue ribbons represent those who have drowned. The light blue ribbons are used to signify the drowning of a firstborn, an eldest child. And there are a frightening number of light blue ribbons on those branches. All right, I have to go. It will still help you. Look, the commander's here. Welcome back. Please stay here for as long as you like. Markle, you told me your village had taken a collection to aid the army. Right you are. Here it is, just like I said. Go ahead, take it. We're just glad to help any way we can. What are those grass dolls that hang from the trees in the grove? Oh, we already heard that. How are things going in the village? Things haven't been good of late. The widow Livonia lost her oldest son the other day. He drowned. She told him not to get too close to the river, but when have children ever listen to their mothers? If Areelu wants something, she'll get it sooner or later. That's a fact. The boy was a firstborn after all. She loves firstborns, our river, loves them to death. Now, enough with such horrible talk. I'm a firstborn too, and I'm still fine, alive and kicking. What kind of ritual are the villagers performing in the grove near the outskirts of the village? Which villagers? The one who are singing songs? No, that's not a ritual. They're holding a memorial service. We don't bury our dead underground. We put them in boats and release them into the embrace of our mother, Areelu. But that's only when someone dies on land. When the river takes someone, well, there's obviously no body to put into the boat. Some people sing songs in their memory and leave dolls on the trees. I have to go. Safe travels. May you defeat all your enemies. And don't forget, you're always welcome here. Does it tell you? Yeah, supposedly they gave me some, but what it is, I have no idea. In fact, here. Actually, let me just be sure that I don't have anything new. Yeah, I don't have anything. I don't have any new great items. So I have no idea what they have you come all this way and get.
No, backwards.
All right. Now we head to the south of the map. Clear out that area. And then we'll rest until the quest pop. It shouldn't take long. Trust. Does Areelu Daeran not understand the concept? All right. Boom, 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 boom. Made. Excellent. Great job, Woljif. Great job again, Woljif. What a ridiculous present. Flowers, they're pointless. How could anyone think this silly gesture is a promise of burning passion? Don't sulk, my dear Wenduag. It was but a friendly gesture. It does not mean anything. Would you like me to give you flowers too? Something suited to your tender heart? Daisies, perhaps? What's this? Regions, okay. Oh, crap, it ends there. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. All right, I guess we'll head to Drezen first, rest there, and then we'll come down and finish all this stuff. Nope, I would not. Scrape, 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 scrape. You and a couple more. There we go. Nanio, how you ever tested to see how many times you could change it to a kitsune and back in an hour? What do you say we have ourselves a little experiment once we're back in Drezen? That would be interesting, but this time you'll have to sit still and keep count. After my research into the consumption of rotten apples, some of the people try to blame me for their coin purses going missing while they were watching the experiment. Woljif never missing the opportunity for a scam. Dun, dun, dun. Dun. Nope. Okay. Save. And then, uh-oh. Something has been triggered. Let's see what this is. Come on. Ooh. Hold up, Commander. The thing is, remember how that Crusader went missing a while back, and then he was found outside the city walls, disemboweled? Anivia pauses and gives you a searching look. What are you talking about? A couple weeks back, a Crusader went missing, a young guy. You opened an investigation in the Citadel even, but it was a bust. His body turned up a few days later. That's all that came of the inquiry. But I never gave up on the investigation, even when everybody else stopped digging. I know we're at war, that people are dying left and right. That's no reason to turn a blind eye to crime. So that's it, Commander. Another Crusader has just gone missing. He left the barracks to come here. He would have gone past the gates. My gut tells me that the killer won't keep him alive for long. So, Commander, you need to start searching this area right now and try to find out where he's been taken. That is all quite unexpected. Death often shows up when you least expect it. It's not like I picked the timing. Tell me about the missing Crusader. He's the youngest son of a poor nobleman from Mendev. He's called something like Rillik or Rilak. He's young, barely out of the nursery, and he decided that he was a man now, so off to war he went. You know how it goes. The guy probably just went out to get some fresh air. He'll stroll back in any moment. What's the point in raising the alarm? Listen, Commander, do you trust me or not? If you do, then just do as I say. Find the kid, then we'll talk. Do you know who the murderer is? I don't have a clue. Anivia's answer comes too quickly, her gaze dropping before she can force herself to meet your eyes. What are you not telling me? I'm telling you the truth and nothing but the truth. I have my own theories, sure, but nothing concrete. So it's best if I keep my mouth shut on that front. What makes you think, no, we don't have to do that. All right, I'll search for the Crusader. Get going then. He passed the gates and took a right. Ask around, check out the buildings. I'll be waiting for you here. This quest. All right. I know where to go. We will go to the abandoned building. You can hear muffled sighs coming from the next room.
How lovely to see you here.
Ooh, she's got voice acting here now. She says evenly. Her lips quiver for a fraction of a second before settling into an unimpeachably polite smile. What's going on here?
Sarkoris is an ancient land. The spirits of these places have spoken to people since time immemorial, and some of those people heard them and were able to respond. The shamans of Sarkoris were always held in high esteem. They knew the will of the spirits, the will of the land itself. Many Kelids would come to the shamans to learn what the spirits desired in order to gain their support.
Camellia pauses, lost in memories that cannot be her own. Wait for her to continue.
When the Worldwound opened and the demons poured into Golarion, they drowned Sarkoris in blood. The earth moaned as it soaked up the blood of Khelids, crusaders, and demons. The spirits drank this blood, slowly becoming deranged and turning into incarnations of madness and pain. Look what Sarkoris has turned into. It's an open wound on the body of Golarion. The Worldwound has changed it beyond all recognition. And the spirits, these poor creatures have been corrupted. Twisted by war, they moan and they howl, but only shamans can hear their senseless cries of agony. I am a shaman. Maria, the spirit I am bonded with, is mad and can speak of nothing but her endless hunger for blood. I give her what she asks for. I feed her the blood of crusaders. The spirits of Sarkoris can no longer speak to shamans. All I can hear is the cacophony of their howls, screams, and laments. But there is a way to restore their sanity. By performing rituals. Bloody but effective rituals. When the untainted blood of the Crusaders cleanses the corruption that Maria fed on for centuries, the spirit will regain her sanity and I shall be able to speak to her. I shall be able to ask her advice, to find out how we can heal the Worldwound. Tell me, isn't this knowledge worth a handful of lives?
Who is she, this Maria of yours?
Forgive me, I forgot to make the introductions. This is Maria. Or rather, this is her home. Or her prison, to call a spade a spade. I caught this spirit a long time ago, and I tried for so long to speak with it. My little demented ball of rage. I felt compelled to bind it to this amulet, just temporarily, until I worked out how to help it.
Camellia sighs sadly.
If I am to be fully honest, her name, Maria, is of my own devising. She is not yet able to speak to me, but I still needed a name to call her by.
The girl gently puts the amulet back around her neck. Why do you think your method will work?
I do not think. I know. I sense things many people cannot. I can infer what the spirits want. For example, there is one spirit hanging over your left shoulder as we speak. It came to enjoy Maria's victim. Can you sense its hunger?
Camellia laughs airily.
Spirits are akin to animals. You cannot bring a hungry dog to heal. You cannot stroke a hungry cat. To speak to a spirit, you must first feed it. It is not their fault that after so many years of torment, the only thing that can satisfy their hunger is blood. My ritual will work. I did not read about it in books or learn it from some wizened teacher. You could say that I invented it myself, with Maria's help. I just know that it will work, sooner or later. I can feel it.
What exactly are you hoping to learn from this Maria of yours?
The Worldwound cannot be allowed to poison all the lands of Golarion. The spirits of Sarkoris know this better even than you and I. They may know how to heal it. And if not, then perhaps they will know how to eradicate it quickly and painlessly. We're fighting against demons. It is a just cause. But imagine we win and the demons vanish for good. Do you think the Worldwound will vanish along with them? That it's something we can defeat with weapons? That it won't burst open again at some point in the future like an old festering abscess? I am thinking of the future of these lands, of how to heal them and restore them. Would you not agree that a few Crusaders' lives is a price worth paying?
Perception check passed. This isn't your first or even your second victim, is it? How many have you killed?
Too few. Maria's hunger is still so great. Her pain cannot be soothed by a single victim. But success is within my grasp. I can feel it. It is even possible that today's victim will be the last.
Who was this young man, your victim?
He's the youngest son of a noble from Mendiv. I believe his name was Relic or Relic. I think the dolt was in love with me. He was ever so eager to come with me to this house. One hint was all it took. He is of no interest to me. Maria wanted his blood, so I sacrificed him. The rest is immaterial.
All right, so what are you proposing?
My ritual is not yet complete. I have made the sacrifice. Now I just have to let Maria drink the blood. Will you allow me to complete the ritual?
Chaotic, complete your ritual.
Thank you. This will not take long.
Camellia wets her lips. When she lowers herself to her knees before the body, you see that her legs are quaking, but her deportment remains as impeccable as ever.
Accept this sacrifice, Maria. Drink of its blood. Drink of its strength. Drink of its life.
Camellia lowers the amulet into the open chest cavity of the Crusader, then raises the amulet above her head. Blood drips from the snake's head onto the girl's expectant tongue.
We are one, you and I. Our thoughts, our bodies, our souls. What you take in, I take in also.
Camellia deftly spears a small piece of the Crusader's flesh on the tip of her dagger and deposits it in her mouth. Her eyes drift shut in ecstasy, and a shudder travels the length of her body. So, did the ritual work?
Yes and no. I think I made out a few clear words from Maria before the madness swallowed her again. I'm on the right path. More rituals are needed. Not many, not more than 10 or 20, I should think. Will you allow me to continue my work?
Evil. You may continue your rituals.
Thank you, Commander. I am in your debt. There is one more thing. Commander, my ritual is quite a taxing process. The strain is difficult to bear. Sex is the best way to relieve the tension once it is all over. Please, I need you. Here. Now. And besides, I do believe you've been trying to express your admiration for me for some time. So come. Don't hold back. I want you.
I never refuse a lady in need.
Take me. Quickly. Thank you. I never thought that the commander would turn out to be so open-minded. You have exceeded my wildest expectations. You know, when I saw you standing there, I thought my life would end tonight, but you spared me. Thank you. I would like to speak with you a little later. Please come and see me. No need to be shy, for I have no more secrets to keep from you. Now, we should leave this place. You go first. I will follow in a few minutes.
Absolutely insane. In all the best ways. That girl is crazy. I thought nothing of her character before this. She went from 0 to 100 for me. Anivia stretches lazily and yawns, but her eyes are fixed on you. Well, Commander, have you solved the problem? First, tell me honestly, what exactly do you know about this crime? Crime? What crime? Anivia says with a smirk before becoming deadly serious. Listen, Commander, I was just using my brain, following certain individuals, listening to what people were saying on the street. I have my suspicions, but what is suspicions worth? On their own, nothing. I don't have any proof. I'm not Erebeth. I'm not going to go digging for the truth, because if I dug deep enough, the Knight Commander would be down a companion, smack bang in the middle of a war. How would that help anything? I'm not going to be the one to scupper this crusade, so I'll be keeping my mouth shut. Anivia speaks slowly, staring into your eyes. I trust that you'll handle this in whatever way is best for the crusade. If you want to tell Erebeth everything, go ahead. It's your call. The problem has been solved. That's all I needed to know. Thanks, Commander. Anivia is awesome. She is just an absolutely fantastic spy master. Really, really, really appreciate her character. So many characters in this game just come off as very well written. And now a follow-up conversation with Camellia. And then I will go rest. Don't. Camellia greets you with a broad smile and licks her lips rapaciously. Demons dance in her eyes. Hello, my friend. You don't mind if I call you that, do you? I've done a lot of thinking since we last met. You had every reason to hand me over to the headsman, yet something stayed your hand. Whatever guides you, your promise to keep my secret makes us accomplices of sorts, even friends. Shared secrets bring people closer, don't you think, my friend? She pierces you with her stare, as if she's trying to see inside your head. Tell me about yourself. With pleasure. Friends share everything. What do you want to know? How many people I've killed? Which organ is the most delicious? I'll tell you everything. Tell me about your life in Horgus's mansion. I have no complaints. I had everything I could dream of, except freedom, which I had no need of anyway. I value security and comfort much more than the opportunity to get in trouble firsthand. I had the best fencing teachers. My mentor was a shaman from Berisia. I wore beautiful dresses and ate sumptuous meals. A rich library kept me from getting too bored. A personal garden for my walks. I even had a puppy, a little barking ball of happiness. Some might disapprove of my father locking me up in the mansion until I matured and gained control over my powers. He changed the servants as soon as they started suspecting anything. He even had steel bars installed on the windows. But I can see it was because he cared. He was protecting me from the dangers of the world. And he was protecting the world from me. Camellia is the name of a flower, right? Yes, it's the only thing I have left of my dearly departed half-elf mother. Father told me that she liked working in the garden so much that she even gave her child the name of a flower. The girl shrugs vaguely. And there's something else I inherited from my mother. Her beauty. The young woman offers the barest hint of a smile. You know what I like most about those who inherit the features of different races? Like you and I, we gain the best of both worlds. By the way, before you start to pity me, I should say that I don't have the slightest affection for my mother. May her soul burn in the abyss. My father took good enough care of me for the both of them. Are you bothered by the fact that Horgus never openly embraced you as his daughter? Why would that bother me? He took care of me and indulged my every whim. To thank him, I only had to lead a secluded life and keep my mouth shut. I understand his reluctance to claim a child born of a servant girl as his daughter. There's nothing wrong with looking at the one's social status. Besides, you understand, Mendevian society would hardly have accepted me considering my peculiarities. Tell me about your connection to the spirits. I can barely remember the first time. I was just a girl back then. I only remember someone's voice in my head demanding something. I didn't even understand what it was. I was out in the garden playing with my precious puppy. I don't know how it happened, but when it was over, the puppy's head was in my hands and his body was lying at my feet. I remember seeing my father's healers and clerics for a few years, and even the exorcists he brought to our house. None of them were able to drive the haunting voices from my head. This continued until the old Verisian woman came to live with us. She explained that I was fine. I was just highly sensitive to the pain of the land that we lived in. The voices in my head were not symptoms of insanity, but desperate prayers for help. Father paid her an unspeakable sum, and she remained at our house, teaching me to talk to the spirits. She was a vicious crone and a nasty piece of work. She would hit me with a whip just for looking at her. She would yell at me when I failed to communicate with the spirit I summoned, and when Father left for a few weeks on some errands, she'd lock me in the basement at night. Now I see that I terrified the old woman. Well, it was her fault. She should have taken the money and run while she had the chance. I was so happy when the spirits asked for her blood. Camellia licks her parched lips. Looking into her lifeless eyes, I felt such bliss as I'd never known in all my life. Chaotic. The crone got what she deserved. I'm glad you had the chance to avenge her treatment of you. You sound like you know what you're talking about. One day I'll ask you to tell me how you came to know the taste of revenge. We have even more in common than I thought, my friend. Your amulet is fascinating. I've never seen anything like it. The girl rests the snake-shaped bone amulet in her palm. You like it? Beautiful, isn't it? But it's more than just an ornate trinket. It's home to one of the spirits. This spirit was so weak when I found her. She was hardly anything but a small shred of rage and madness. I locked her in my amulet, and I've taken care of her ever since. I try to talk to her. I don't know her name, so I call her Maria. Her spirit has been growing stronger, and she asks for more and more blood. I feel like every ritual bloodletting makes her madness subside. Just a few more, and I'll be able to talk to her and find out how to heal the lands of ancient Sarkoris. Tell me about the ritual killings you performed. I killed to learn the will of the spirits of the land. Sarkoris was torn apart by demons, and the blood of many thousands of living creatures poisoned these lands for many years. The Worldwound keeps growing bigger and bigger. It's no surprise that the spirits of this place have gone mad and endlessly thirst for more and more blood. Only when bathed in blood can they regain their senses, at least temporarily. But it would be a lie to say I don't enjoy what I do. The girl licks her lips hungrily. I remember all of them. Every last breath, shriek, and sob. Every fatal stab. Blood running down the blade as I pull it from a victim's heart. The taste of the drops on my tongue. I like to watch the blood pool beneath the body as it cools. By the way, did you know that blood only flows while the heart is pumping? That was quite a discovery for me. I opened one of my victims and watched his heart slow. Beat, 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 and then silence. Camelia's breath grows fast and heavy and leaves her chest with a forceful rush. The girl's pupils are dilated and she seems to look through you or inside you. Swallowing, Camellia brushes away a strand of hair, dark as night. My connection to the spirits of old Sarkoris is overwhelming. Evil, your power is amazing. Develop it. We'll need it in combat. That is my intention. With your help, my power will soar to such heights that all the demons of the abyss will think twice before they dare to attack us. Tell me, what will happen if the spirits ask you for my blood? I wonder, the girl sizes you up pensively. There's only one way to find out. Seeing the suspicion on your face, Camellia lets out a short laugh. I jest, of course. I promise, if something like that starts to happen, I'll tell you at once. I'm loyal to you. You can trust me. We're friends. What do you think of the powers you receive from me? What do I think of them? I love them. I've always felt special, and my ability to talk to spirits was proof of that. But now I feel that I can do anything. Tear someone in half, demon or human. Freeze a beating heart in someone's chest with a simple look or a mere thought. With a wish, I can make the blood of a living being flow in the wrong direction. Camellia laughs throatily. It is celestial bliss, my friend. I'm grateful to you for giving it to me. We made love during our ritual. Tell me, what do you think of having a relationship without the bloodshed? No. Well, actually, I've learned enough. I'll come back for that. Sometimes I find severed heads in my bag. Is that your handiwork? What good are they to me? Camellia's voice is bored and indifferent. The moment life leaves the body, now that is exciting. And the moments that follow, when the body is cooling down rapidly, losing less of its warmth, I am filled with sweet languor. But the cold corpse that remains is just a corpse. It holds no interest for me. Are you still trying to learn something from the spirit in your amulet? Maria, the spirit that's locked in my amulet, is only slowly awakening. I need to give her blood to lift the shroud of madness so I can talk to her. A cloud falls over Camelia's eyes. Choosing a victim is not an easy task. First, Maria must point them out, and then I must find an opportunity to conduct the ritual. Sadly, I cannot sacrifice everyone the spirit points to without arousing suspicion and jeopardizing your crusade. Does your spirit want the blood of anyone in particular? A woman from the Winter Sun Woods who calls herself a shaman is poisoning the lands with her very existence. She reminds me of my first mentor, diligent and stupid beyond repair. I suggest we take a walk to Winter Sun and turn her blood to a good cause. Let's hold off on sacrifices for now. The girl nods shortly and tries to conceal the waves of disappointment passing over her face. I respect your wishes. I have to go. We'll talk later. Visit me again soon. You don't want me to start missing you. All right, let me save just in case she has a negative response. And tell me about yourself. We made love during your ritual. Tell me, what do you think of having a relationship without the bloodshed? I will call it raw, animalistic sex, but you may continue to call it love. It's even a little sweet. As for your question, the girl sizes you up with an inquisitive look. I like what I see. Your offer has me curious. Camellia speaks slowly, choosing every word carefully. While ordinary sex is so bland, bleak, boring. Whatever shall we do? She pensively taps her manicured nail on her chin. You know, I'll think of something. Meanwhile, bear with me. I've learned enough. Have I mentioned that I love our conversations? So have you made up your mind about us? Camellia licks her lips slowly. Not yet. Have patience and imagine me in your fantasies. Anticipation quickens the imagination. I know this from experience. I have to go. We'll talk later. Visit me again soon. Yeah, she already said that. Okay.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Absolutely insane. You know what? Daeran asked, not bothering to greet you properly. I've noticed a certain cyclical pattern in my life ever since I met you. First, something happens that leaves me positively intrigued. Then, I descend into the depths of fear and anger. Then I start to think that it's not so bad. The curiosity comes back, and then something even more dreadful occurs. The demons attacking my home and the city around it was unpleasant enough already, but I thought I could compensate for that by striking up a curious acquaintance and having some new experiences. Then my dearest cousin threw me right into the middle of a crusade, and just when I started to see some positives in my current situation, the gargoyles kidnapped me. The slaughter in Drezen following my triumphant rescue effectively put out every spark of optimism that I had managed to gather. Now the city is in our hands again, and I'm getting more and more tolerable to stay here. I feel surprisingly good, and I'm even beginning to find the city rather enjoyable. This brings one very reasonable question to my mind. What is the next outrageous and dangerous mess you're going to pull me into? I have a couple more perilous trials and insurmountable challenges in store just for you. Does this list include the ordeal known as the trial of the cold oatmeal? If not, then there's nothing to be afraid of. And if you think I've just shown you my weak spot, then you're wrong. It was deliberate misinformation. What do you say to spending some time alone with me? You'll have to persuade me a little more. I jest. Of course I'd love to. Let's go. There are some things that cannot be bought, stolen, or forged. What we have just experienced is one of those things. Oh, did I rest? Okay, I am rested, right? Okay, cool. So I'm good. Whoa. Anivia looks surprised. Commander, what's your succubus pile done this time? What are you talking about? You don't know either, huh? Weird. Who gave the order then? Arueshalae is locked up in Drezen's dungeon, the same place you dragged her out of before. I tried to find who gave the order to jail her and who carried it out, but I came up empty-handed. What's the story there then? If you ask me, it's one of two things. Either it was you who secretly ordered her arrest, or it was Arueshalae herself, and she just felt like locking herself up in a cell. Which one seems more likely to you? Arueshalae's in prison. Why? That's what I'm asking you. Have you noticed anything odd about her recently? I suppose I have. She's been even more secretive than usual. Before, my people would spot her every now and then as she observed the ordinary folk going about their business. But lately, she's been spending most of her time holed up somewhere in the outskirts of the city, away from people. Oh, and one more thing. Believe it or not, but one of my spies swears he heard her crying out there on her own. I'll definitely talk to her. All we know is that we know nothing at all. Talking to her might be a good idea. I'm rooting for her redemption just like you, but who can tell what's going on inside the head of a demon who's trying to turn good? Awesome. Okay. Let's go talk to Arueshalae, find out what's wrong. And she's in the prison. Is there anybody else in the prison that I forgot about, maybe? Oh yeah, Mike Doppelganger's in the prison. Ha ha ha. Your duplicate looks at you from behind bars with a cheerful smile. Hello, I'm so glad you came to visit. You have to see this. I have a lot of time on my hands now, so I was able to work on something. Your doppelganger concentrates for a moment, then a look of concern appears on its face. It's a skillful imitation of your own facial expression, one your subordinates would recognize immediately. Well, you have to admit, it looks exactly like you. Why are you still pretending to be me? Your duplicate gives you a sly smile. Because none of the guards would even think about slapping me across the head or jabbing me in the stomach when I look like this. They even give me extra food rations. They feel awkward about letting someone who looks exactly like their commander starve. Besides, what's the alternative? What other shape would I take? When mortals see my true appearance, they reach for their weapons, no matter how brave they are. I have a few questions for you. I'd be happy to tell you everything you want to know about myself and my race. But as far as the orders Hepzibah gave me, actually, who am I kidding? I'll tell you everything I know. Who are you, really? My name is Grawl. I am one of the Doppelganger race. I am a special kind of mercenary, and well, a bit of a rogue, but primarily a mercenary. You know, the services of someone who can imitate your enemy perfectly can be very valuable. Could you do with such an assistant? Would you spare me if I promise to serve you loyally? But I think I know what you're worried about, that I'm going to flee the first chance I get, taking some of your treasure with me. Well, I can't fault your logic there. How did you become a servant of Hepzibah? I was ruined by a great scheme that ended in failure. My last contract brought me to the abyss, where I saw Hepzibah and an opportunity. This was my chance. She was arrogant, influential, and, in all likelihood, pretty dumb, with plenty of treasure to tempt me. A great target for a con job. I decided to imitate Baphomet. Don't judge me. I realized this wasn't the best idea. Well, as it turns out, she wasn't as dumb as I thought. At first, she wanted to kill me, but then she decided that I'd be more useful as a servant. Since I wasn't given a choice, I had to work for her. What orders did Hepzibah give you? She told me to cause chaos and to issue lots of controversial and unreasonable commands in order to destroy as many of your subordinates as possible. You know, it was actually fun. I got into character. I even began to sympathize with you. It's not easy commanding all these people. I think we have a special connection, a bond between us. Maybe you'd like to consider commuting my sentence. What's it like living in someone else's shoes? Depends on the target of my mimicry. For example, it was fascinating to be you, but also very tiresome. And you have a bunch of bad habits. The most unpleasant one is that you always go looking for trouble. I had to pretend I was suffering from an acute case of diarrhea, just so the soldiers had an explanation for why their brave commander was no longer getting involved in every fight as if he had a death wish. Tell me about your race. We doppelgangers are masters of shape-shifting and mimicking the behavior of others, and this is a very valuable attribute, because if you were to see my true appearance, you wouldn't want anything to do with me. We are hairless, our skin is gray and soft like wet clay, and we also have huge white eyes, which for some reason others find disgusting. So, some think we are the incomplete creation of some god, but I disagree. I think we are perfect as we are, and it's hard for two perfect creatures to get along, so we prefer to scatter and infiltrate the communities of others. We find someone influential, replace them, and enjoy all the privileges of their status. We are, so to say, social parasites, cultural tapeworms, having perfected the mastery of survival and self-reinvention. Everything is clear. If you have more questions, I'd be glad to exchange the answers to them for Let's say 3 days off my sentence for each question answered. I'm letting you go. Seriously? That's great news. I'm so glad, believe me. Can I see you to the next meal, though? The guard said we're having a goat rag out, and I'm sure you understand. I don't want to miss it. The way your prison check... There we go. I am a demon, so I'm just curious that by letting the evil creatures go, if maybe it works out to my advantage. This is a bug. Arueshalae stands in the middle of the room, immersed in painful contemplation. Seeing you approach, she recoils in fright. No, don't come any closer. Please don't. Why are you here? This is where I belong. You shouldn't be alone with me. Please leave. I'm begging you. It's dangerous. I'm dangerous. The succubus raises her ruby eyes to you, and you notice streaks of tears on her face. When I joined your party, I thought to myself, this is it. I'm a crusader now. I might actually be able to rid myself of my demon nature, but it's so hard. The abyss lives within me. I let my guard down for a moment, and there it was, waiting to remind me of what I truly am. I didn't hurt anyone, but I just can't talk about it. It's too shameful. Please just leave me here in this cell. Let these walls be my cloister, and don't talk to me unless absolutely necessary. I will still accompany you on your travels, but until I curb the demons inside me, I should keep my distance from you. What's going on with you? Please talk to me. I know it's not easy for you, but I can help if you let me. You really do want to help me. You want to save the beast of the abyss who doesn't deserve to be near someone like you. The succubus sighs. Fine, I'll tell you why I'm here. And after I do, I'll understand if you never want to see me again. You've been so kind to me. You've treated me like I already deserved your kindness, like I wasn't a demon but a mortal. And Arueshalae's cheeks blush. I'm starting to feel that you're becoming very important to me. I want to be near you, talk to you, touch you. Is that such a bad thing? It's bad. It's very, very bad. I'm a demon, remember? I taint everything I touch. The most terrible weapon of any succubus is her caress, which leeches life from the one who trusted her. I still possess this weapon, whether I like it or not. I'm like a venomous snail, snake, toad, I don't remember. Like an animal that can't help but sting, even when it doesn't want to. In my previous life, I had many lovers. Some were my tormentors who degraded and broke me to the point where I barely survived. And for others, I was their tormentor. I devoured, degraded, and drained their souls dry. Every single day, I struggled to suppress this desire, this unholy hunger inside me. But when you're near, with a sob, Arueshalae wipes away her tears. Forgive me. Please, please forgive me. I don't want to want that. But every time I see you, my desires overwhelm me. Frightening, demonic desires. I can't curb them. As I look at you, I can't stop imagining us, you and I, together. Arueshalae hides her blushing face in her hands. Why don't you share your dream desires with me? No. Can't you control your own abilities? Can't you kiss someone without leeching their life force? Not even if you try really hard? I can't control myself. Sometimes one look at an attractive mortal is enough to send me mad with the desire to pounce on them and suck them dry. It takes all my strength just to turn away and leave. What would happen if the demon runs her fingers over her lips and finishes in a barely audible voice. I haven't done it in so long. I don't have the strength to fight it. You know, I'm not without a sin either. Really? I can't picture it. Arueshalae peers timidly into your eyes. Would you care to tell me? To share with me? I've done much less for the Crusade than I could have. Or rather, you know what? I've killed. Regret over a life taken. Such a feeling is completely alien to demons. In their minds, everyone they meet can be defined by only two qualities: usefulness and danger. They exploit those who are useful, and they flee from those who are dangerous. I could never have started on the path of good had Desna not shown me how many of my victims did not deserve such treatment. Thank you for sharing with me. It turns out that even you are not entirely free from evil. A wise priest once said, if a sinner at least realizes that he has sinned, this means he still retains a chance for redemption. Mortals often do bad things even without demons tempting them to do so. But many mortals also realize when they are doing something bad, they can repent and they can try to make things right. That's the main thing I'm trying to learn from you mortals. I think I understand, and I'm not angry with you. Thank you. I still have much work to do to rid myself of my inner monster. Mortals can also have bad thoughts and desires. Yes, but those are not that powerful. What your kind has are mere fantasies, but what I have, they represent the deepest part of my essence, who I am. Beyond that, my desires are built on centuries of wickedness that would turn the stomach of even the most depraved mortal. Why don't you share your desires with me? Maybe we could satisfy some of them without harming anyone. No, don't tell me that. My mind is like a tinderbox right now. If you say things like that, my control could snap. I'd pounce on you like a ravenous larva on meat. Arueshalae pauses and takes a couple of deep breaths. I ask you, no, I beg you, in the name of Desna, please don't ever say anything like that to me again. Mortals can flirt with each other without harming anyone, but you're flirting with the abyss. One playful comment could instantly wipe out all my years of effort and turn me back into a monster. You don't have to hide away from me in this cell. Please come out of there. But these desires are tearing me apart. What hope do I have of controlling them with you so near? Do you really need to control them? Think about it. Maybe we could satisfy at least some of them. You can't be near me right now. It may be just a joke to you, but my heart is hanging by a thread, hanging over the jaws of the abyss. Please go. Leave me here until I can quiet these impure thoughts. Arueshalae turns away. Please go away. Leave me alone. I'm trying to see how to corrupt her. I don't know if that was the right way to go about it, but we shall see. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, did that. Go here. Daira's disappearance. What? What do you make of Daira's disappearance? The hunter shrugs indifferently. She probably ran off somewhere. She's always been a bit crazy, not like other nethers. She was always drawn to the surface and uplander pleasures. She didn't like hunting or bloodshed. I think she abandoned the tribe and went traveling. And good riddance. My tribe can't afford to carry any dead weight. That's it for now. Huntress gazes at you with devotion. Thank you for talking to me, Master. Commander, perhaps you might know where Daira is? You didn't take her with you, did you? Perhaps you've seen her somewhere? Let's talk about Daira. Sol sighs grievously. I don't know. She disappeared. No one saw her. I sense that something very bad, something evil has happened. What can you tell me about Daira? Almost nothing. While we talked from Nephon to Drezen, she was a big help. Tended to wounds, calmed those who were frightened under the sky. She likes it on the surface. Always trading. She has herbs for tours, potions for supplies. She likes to trade very much. Does Wenduag know about it? Of course she does. She said Daira ran back to Nephon, so scared she was. But this is not true. Daira might not be the bravest of us, but she isn't afraid of the surface as much as some, and she would have never left the tribe. Sol frowned sorrowfully. Do you have any idea who could be involved in this? No suspicions. The surface is not my world. I know nothing here. If that happened in the caves, I would say right away, look there, be suspicious of that one. And up here you say to me, who would want to hurt us? Maybe it's demons? Shameless thieves? Maybe some crusaders don't like the neithers? Have you gone to anyone for help? Yes. Wenduag wouldn't look for her, so I went to the guards. They heard me out, nodded, said they'd look for her, but I don't know if I did the right thing. Perhaps we should have gone directly to their chief or brought them gifts. Gods know what the customs are among the uplanders. I will find out what happened to her. Thank you. I knew you would understand. I should have come to you right away, but I was afraid, old slug that I am. You are so important. So much depends on you. You probably think our troubles are so petty. Let's stop there. As you wish, Commander. It's weird to me that you don't get a quest for it. At least I don't think you do. And the fact that you don't get a quest for it makes me think it's not properly implemented in the game yet. Yeah, it doesn't give you any sort of idea of where you should start looking for her. Okay, let's go ahead, get Camellia's victim. Then we'll head back at Nanio, and then we'll search down in the lower section of the map. Doom, doom. Actually, while we're here, might as well do this little part. I know, I'm kind of anal about this, but I just know that every little part could potentially reveal something else, so it makes me want to make sure I do everything I possibly can. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I used to see you preaching in the square, Ember. Didn't your past teach you to be wary of crowds? Fanatics are dangerous whether they're taking up arms against you or hanging on your every word. I didn't preach, I just talked. And I didn't see any fanatics there, just good people. Why would they want to hurt me? There we go, okay. So I only know of 2 people Camellia will want to sacrifice during Act 3. But maybe there's actually more. Because in fact, now that I think about it, I believe the last time I romanced her was during the very first beta. So things could be significantly changed since then. Still got haste on? Yeah, we still got haste on. What was that? Oh, is that just an animal? Yeah, it's probably, yeah, it's the animals. Cool.
Wherever my legs carry me.
The old woman bares her crooked teeth like a wolf. We told the hunters to leave, but he is not going. Be gone, bloody hunter, be gone. This old woman is a shaman. I can sense a connection to the spirits of this forest. The hunter brought a spirit talker with him. She reeks even more blood than the hunter. Camellia continues, paying no heed to the woman's words, but the connection is dark, tainted, like the whole forest. Be careful, Asmodeus. I cannot discern her place in the web of lies. Is she a juicy old fly that's been caught, or the spider itself? I'll leave you in peace. I'm confused why that scene happened. We already had this conversation. We already had this conversation. Oh, here we go. Evil. Camellia, she's yours. Thank you, Commander. Please wait outside. I'm certain this won't take long.
Forwards! No,
Awesome.
no, backwards. Backwards!
All right. I don't remember if
Don't mind me.
she had anything on her person when she dies. Let me check that real quick. Nope. Okay. And there you go, Camellia. Nice and simple.
Ask nicely.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What is going on? What was that? Come on now. All right, go back, drop Camellia off, rest, then come back out, deal with the lower part of the map. Unless we get another quest. We still have 3 more party member quests to deal with. I know that number keeps fluctuating. I keep forgetting about what happens in this act. But this is why the episodes are longer, y'all. It takes a while to get through everything they have here. And just think, this isn't actually all the content. There are a bunch of things that are broken that we can't do, that technically it seems like we're supposed to have access to. And we'll go up here. Doom, 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 doom. Come on. Almost made it. I have no idea how I built up Camellia, so I was trying to avoid one of those fights. One, well, they got those. Just they got the special. Yeah. No, we're gonna do. Here. All right. Oh. Wow. That's just unpleasant. All right. Oh wow, there's 2 archers over there. That's just not cool. They're not paying attention to my folks. Jerk off. All right. Yeah, there's no way to get to her. Oh, well. Kind of want to save these guys for last. Oh, that worked. Oh, he died. They have this thing where they can like come back to life or something like that. Super annoying. I don't understand the mechanism that controls whether or not they do that. Oof. That's unpleasant. Here you go. There you go. Sure. Oof. That definitely seemed like a nice little slap. Oh, yeah. I didn't like that at all. You won't be laughing soon enough. Okay. Well, I guess he'll come on. Oh, really? You can't get it to either one of them, huh?
Cover me, all right?
Excellent. Very nice.
I'll rip you apart. This pain is excruciating.
I'm sure. Asmodeus, finish this off.
Let the attack commence.
There we go. Ooh. That was no joke. Okay. I was about to say, she didn't leave us anything. Here we go.
Missed me already.
Did the board get hit? I can't remember. Nah, it's just Camellia. Oh, good. Okay. All right, where were we? Ah, yes, going back to Drezen. Okay. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Nothing popping up, nothing popping up. Citadel. Boom, dum, dum. Boom, dum, 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 dum. Ooh, who's that? Aha! Seelah seems to be in a good mood. She smiles at you and then scratches the back of her head as if suddenly realizing something. I probably shouldn't have come to you officially, like to an audience, but this is the only way to catch you these days. I wanted to ask, would you like to go shopping with me? It's probably not right to distract the Knight Commander with such trifles, but I thought I should drag you out for a walk. We haven't enjoyed a moment's peace since we met. We've either been saving Canabras or marching on Drezen. Besides, I desperately need advice. I'm going to buy a present and I know nothing about fancy jewelry. Who are you buying the present for? For Elan and his bride. After that story at the camp when Curl stole the ring from us and some of the demons, Elan and I both overreacted and said some things we shouldn't have. He apologized to me, but I haven't really apologized to him. I want to buy a ring to replace the one that was stolen, and there's a new jewelry shop in Drezen. It's owned by Sunhammer, the same jeweler who made the first ring. Great idea. I'd love to stretch my legs for a bit. Great. Well, then I'll meet you at the jewelry shop. It's in the east of the city. Ooh, what's this? Oh, I know what this is too. Knight Commander, the young knight Klaem drops to one knee before you. He is noticeably matured since your previous meeting in the Blackwing Library, where you saved him from being burned alive. But his sharp gaze, aristocratic features, and soft voice are just as you remember. By order of Her Majesty Queen Galfrey, the Order of the Flaming Lance has come to be of service to you. What does your order do? Our order devotes itself to mystical research and the pursuit of secret knowledge. We spend just as much time on spells as we do on prayers and weapon drills. At the end of the day, our enemy is not of this world, which means that to fight it, we need knowledge that is not of this world either. So you're now the head of the order? Klaem nods sadly. Alas, yes. Our former leader, Sister Myanmar, disappeared for Canabras not long before the demons attacked. She's considered missing, but almost everyone believes that she has perished. He holds out a leaflet to you, a portrait of a stern-looking half-elf woman printed on gray paper. This is Sister Myanmar. If by chance you should find her alive, or, the knight's voice falters, if you learn anything about her fate, our order and I personally would be eternally grateful to you. It's not immediately apparent, but you recognize the face in the picture. It is the mad woman that you saw by the petrified tree near Wintersun. Do you mean Mir? I saw her near Wintersun on a cliff next to a petrified tree. A petrified tree? But of course. In Canabra, she was reading a history of the petrified library. I feared that she had gone to the stone wilds, but if one of those trees is there, oh, inheritor, that means she's in grave danger. Commander, do you know the history of these trees? They were enchanted by druids from old Sarkoris to guard knowledge hidden within them. The druids resorted to using an unholy rite to turn the trees to stone and themselves into Siabres, undead, whose hatred for all living creatures almost equals their hatred for demons. I can't waste any time. I'm going to help Sister Myanmar. Will you accompany me? Siabres are extremely dangerous, but if she's still alive, we may have a chance to save her.
Trail me.
Do. Awesome. I knew that I was going to have to go back to Wintersun, but still didn't wait to do Camellia's Quest, because the fight we have to do when we get there is actually really, really tough, and I need my full party. So I was going to have to do it without Camellia anyway. It was going to require 2 trips. Because this boss, unless you're a Lich, he is a real pain to deal with. If you're a Lich, though, it means absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's one of the most badass moments I've experienced in this game as a Lich. Especially because I knew how tough this boss was. Psst, so much respect for that Mythic Path. Boom, boom, boom. Evade. Ooh, nice evade. Great job, Woljif. Really appreciate all the work. No, don't go into this half-cocked. You shouldn't be angry that you're a tiefling. Tieflings are made when a human and a demon love each other so much that they become a mommy and a daddy. I don't know what the deal was with Granny and old Granddaddy, some creepy ritual, pure animal lust, bleh, whatever those cultists call it, but I can tell you now, there was no love or talk of mommies and daddies. He's like, don't try to make it sound like something wholesome. It was not wholesome at all. All right, and stuff there.
You are my favorite aide.
Where's this freaking thing? Is this the tree? Yeah, here it comes. That's the tree. We want to be below the tree, so there we go. So yeah, we'll come up to that ridge there, get all our buffs in, and then get up there and handle business, hopefully. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Quick save here.
Quick, else we miss all the fun. Oxy, yes.
Adayan.
Vorlesh. An.
Manishrim Suki. Unimosi
Restless. Esmo. Oxy. Yastio. Woash. Anna. Hea. Ora. He. Tea. Torbos. Tio. Woash. Han.
This war must end.
Riti. Esmith. Oxy. Yes. Esmith. Oxy. Yes. An. U. Efna. An. U. Efna. Esmith. Oxy. Yes. Ala. Swa. Tea. 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 Ala. Swa. Tea.
Fighting for a righteous cause is certainly different from a simple massacre. The former is more bloody and performed with pinkies out.
Unimosi
Are we
Travisi.
ready to move out?
Esmith. Oxy. Yes. Na. Air. Orama. Tio. Vosh. An. Ba. Air. Riti. Ba. Air. Riti. Na. Air. Orama. Na. Air. Orama. Na. Air. Orama. Ba. Air. Riti.
All right, let's get it done.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Save up here, actually. All right. Teacher, what's happened to you? Klaem gingerly touches Miamir's shoulder. You're nothing but skin and bone. You can barely stand upright. Come with me. You need to rest. We must leave this valued researcher in peace. It may not look it, but she's in the middle of some vital experiment. Rest. Seeds rest in the earth. Bones rest betwixt ribs. Covered in snow, we find rest in earth until spring. Teacher, Klaem calls to Miamir with pain in his voice. He takes her face in his hands and turns it toward him, refusing to let her look away. Do you remember me? It's me, Klaem, your student. I've come to bring you home. Klaem, a spark of recognition flares in Miamir's crazy eyes. Klaem, what are you doing here? This place is dangerous. Go. Bone like bark, like rock like oath. A barely discernible whisper touches your mind. It sounds like the rustling of sand on ice. She belongs to this place, mortal. She will stay here. You will not save her. Leave her or kill her and go on your way, or else you will stay here in her place. Hey, who's there? Come out, show yourself. You desire to know who I am? I will allow it, but this knowledge is not without cost. Oh no. A terrible figure, a petrified skeleton with branching horns, seems to grow out of the ground in front of you. Mortals, be gone from this place. She is mine. Leave her to me. Lich absolutely dismantles this dude. Who are you? Siabere. The sound of the word feels like ice in your ear, like you've just laid your head on a frozen tombstone. I was a druid in old Sarkoris long, long ago, before the surviving magic users brought disaster upon themselves. While this land was alive, I protected it with my life. When the time came for it to die, I followed it into death. The smooth, gleaming white stones in the skull's eye sockets are fixed on the petrified tree. Our forest held secrets, ancient sacred truths. The demons brought fire. Flesh and wood burn as well as each other. But stone does not burn. We turned our trees to stone and stood next to them as stone guardians. Why do you say that Miamir belongs to this place? The insolent, foolish mortal came here seeking the secrets of the old forest. Well, I allowed her to glimpse them, but these secrets come at a cost. To preserve them, to escape the fire into the embrace of stone, we pay with our lives and souls. It is only fair that she should pay the same price. It was very bad and painful for you. Now you're sharing your pain with her and with us, but it won't make you feel any better. Even if we all died right here, it wouldn't make you any more alive. Let her go, please. She is not to blame for what happened to you. Do not insult us with your foolish pity, mortal. We have no need of it. How can you insult someone with pity? Pity comes from a place of good. Could I learn some of your secrets too? I'm willing to pay any price. What must I do? Hug the trees? Drink from a stream? Wash only in falling rain? I'm ready for anything. The Ciabre is silent for a time. She was here first. You are too late. It has grown too noisy here now. Leave. We have no interest in your payment. What a terrible, terrible shame. If you change your mind, send word to me by carrier pigeon or by dragonfly, whatever you have here. We are crusaders. We fight demons. We share a common enemy. We're on the same side. On the same side of what? The front where your foreign invaders battle with invaders for the abyss for our mutilated lands? No, mortal. I may despise you less than I do the demons, but I am on one side. You are on another. I'm curious. Let me take her. Name a price for her life and I will pay it. She partook of her secrets. There's but one price for them, the life and soul of all who wish to possess them. I will accept no other payment. You made a mistake trying to bargain with the master. You want a life as payment? How about we let you keep yours? That's more than reasonable. Fine, I guess we'll take the good guy route. She's not yours, monster. If you won't release her willingly, I'll free her by force. Go on then. Try. Alright. So he summons a couple of the wolves to help him out. They're annoying. Can we charge? No, we cannot.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Alright. Ah, they're all immune. Great. And now he's going to do something just terrible. All right. Appears to be ice. I completely forgot he did ice. Or maybe it didn't do ice before. I don't remember. Alright. Hopefully that helps, even though... Wow, I don't know what she's waving around, but go ahead with your bad self, sister. Missed.
Die!
45 sneak attack. Excellent. Oh wow, Wolf is getting 6 attacks? How has he got 6 attacks? Wait, oh crap! Wow, how did I do that? Are you kidding me? God dog it, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, of course it didn't work. Oh my god, I'm just screwing this up all kind of ways. This could have already been done. Wow, I screwed this up so thoroughly. Being too damn curious.
They'll beg me to stop.
And now she's missing a whole bunch. Come on, are you kidding me? Jeez, she's not even getting close. Oh, I screwed that up so badly. missing. All right, Asmodeus, it's up to you. What you got?
Burn, slice,
Yep.
behead.
That's what I wanted to see. Thank you very much. Lands, dark moans, winds, gray songs. Muttering something indecipherable, Mia drops to her knees before the sea of braised dust, grasping handfuls of it and pouring it from one hand to the other. Teacher, wake up, I'm begging you. Remember who you are. The woman becomes absorbed in her own musings and then raises her slightly clearer gaze to Klaem. I am Mir. I was looking for the knowledge of the druid so I could. I think there was a war. Yes, we were at war with someone. And this knowledge, these secrets, briars and thistles, bone and bark, this knowledge. She looks away. I discovered something important, but I can't remember what. Klaem, my best student, I will tell you what I learned later when I remember it. I need to rest, but later I will tell you. I will share. I will reveal. What do you think I should do with her? The nasty rumors were true. She really did abandon her post willingly. I am sure she had noble intentions, but none of it matters now. Look at her, Commander. She's barely alive and she doesn't know who she is. Send her for treatment. When she regains her sanity, she can answer for her sins. Yeah, are we doing the good guy thing again, I guess? Sure. She's not herself was sent her to the river for healing. My demon wants to know what she knows. She's going to learn quicker, probably, if she gets healing. Thank you, Commander. I hope she will regain her sanity. Whew. In real time with pause, this battle, no joke. All right, you got damage, you got damage. Yeah, he
Smile.
just starts.
The world's not ending.
Just starts
just
obliterating all of your peeps. Wow, he got all of them. Wow. Wenduag lost 11 dexterity. Like, it's not even like he's damaging your stats a little bit. He's wholesale wiping out whatever you had going on.
You require my advice.
And there we go. Shapeshifter's Helm. This helm grants its wearer a +2 bonus to AC while in wild shape. It also grants 1 additional use of wild shape per day if the wearer has this class ability. Also had a hide, armor +4, corrosive quarterstaff +2. What does corrosive mean? Doesn't say. So, good stuff to sell. Nothing all that crazy. All right. No more Winter Sun. Why does it feel like this is taking forever? Haste almost gone. Why are they moving so slowly when they still have haste? What in the hell? What is going on?
Forwards? No, backwards. Backwards!
Backwards. Backwards. All right. Since we're here, might as well start searching these lower areas. Get that done. We did all this, right? Yep, all that's done. All right, I think that's a good place to go ahead and stop. Hope all of you enjoyed the play session today. If you did, please leave me a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.